Hey there, friends. It's Deb from Cooking with Mo and Deb. Today is Fabulous Friday Freezer Meal Day. So I have a new freezer meal for you today. First thing you're going to do is get out your Ziploc bags. I use Ziploc because I know they are very strong and sturdy. You can use a different brand, but I would suggest you look for some that are very strong. If you are going to write on your bag, you might want to go ahead and write the name of your freezer meal, and you're going to put your cooking information on the bag. I'm going to show you how I do mine, and I actually put my recipe and information in a separate bag. But if you're just going to put it on the bag that you're using to put your freezer meal in, go ahead and write your information on it first. Today's freezer meal is a French dip sandwich au jus. Au jus. French dip au jus. I'm not French, but I want to learn the language. I actually did take some French in school, and obviously I don't remember it. So first thing you got to do is get your bag. Now I'm using I got this off of Amazon. A baggie holder, I think it was called. I have a link to it on our page. During Prime Day, we posted some things that we like to use from Amazon. So this is one thing that I use, and it's the baggie holder. So put your Ziploc bag or your freezer bag on your baggie holder, or sometimes I use a Tupperware bowl that the bag will fit around, so I can turn down the top edges. I like to do that. In this case, because I'm using a large roast, I'm just using the bag holder. So you choose how you want to do it. These handles will go up or down. Okay, so now I'm going to put my roast in. This is an eye of round roast. And the recipe says to use a 2 to 3 pound roast. Mine is 2 pounds, or right at 2 pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And then we're going to start adding our ingredients. I need to go wash my hands, and then we'll continue. So now it's time to start adding our seasonings. I have clean hands now, so I can continue. We've got 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, garlic seasoning. There's 1.5. And then we have 1/2 teaspoon of seasoned salt. Okay. And then we have 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I didn't get out the 1/8 teaspoon, so I'm going to estimate that with just a pinch of cayenne pepper. Okay. Next we have oregano. I've got 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. 1/2. Ooh, that smells good. Now we have some rosemary, and it's 1/4 teaspoon of rosemary. I'm going to eyeball that one too with my fingers. Oh, that smells so good. I love rosemary smell. Okay, there's rosemary. 1 teaspoon of beef bouillon. If you have bouillon cubes, you can use 1 bouillon cube. I've got the granules, so I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of beef bouillon. And then we have 1 can of beef broth. Got the whole can. I'm going to just pour it in. And then the last ingredient is onions sliced. I've got to get those. So that was 1 medium onion sliced up. We're just going to pour that in. Just like that. That is all the ingredients that need to go into your French dip au jus. This will be an actual crock pot meal. So when you cook this, we're going to put it in the crock pot for 7 to 8 hours. I love crock pot meals. what you need to do now is seal it up and just swish things around so you can get those spices and the beef broth and the onions all mixed up. You want to get the spices all around on the meat and in the juice. And then you're going to make sure you've got all the air that you can get out of your bag out. You don't want to leave any air in there if you can possibly help it. Okay, there we go. So there you go. There you have the meat mixture. Now, with this, I am going to store my cheese. I've got provolone cheese. You could use cheddar cheese if you'd rather have cheddar. I'm going to put this and this into a second Ziploc bag because I'm not writing on my bags, but you can if you want to. I'm going to put these two things into a second Ziploc bag. And I will freeze them together like this. Last thing I will do is take my recipe. I like to put the whole recipe with my freezer meal. And I'm going to fold it so that I can see the name of the dish. And I've also written today's date on here. You want to put the date so that when you put it in the freezer, you know how long you've had it. Try not to leave these more than about 3 months. So I fold up my recipe and I put it into a separate bag. You don't have to use Ziploc for this part because these are kind of expensive. If you have some cheaper little bags you want to put your recipe in, you can do that. And close that up. And then I put this into my freezer meal bag just like this. So there I can see my recipe. I can see title. I can see what it is. I can see the dates. I'll know how long I've had it in the freezer. Squeeze as much air out of this as you can. And there you have French dip sandwich au jus to cook when you're ready to cook it. And the instructions say what you're going to do is cook it in a crock pot and you use the juice to dip your sandwich in. That's your au jus. So there you go. French dip sandwiches. If you want to serve them on hoagie rolls or you can use buns, you can actually get your buns and have them with this stored in your fridge so you have every single thing you need when you're ready to make this. And the serving suggestions on this is a side salad. I would probably do chips or French fries maybe. You can do whatever you want, but that's just a serving suggestion. But there you go. Another freezer meal. Ready for the freezer. I'm getting the freezer stocked full so that in the fall when there's a lot of things going on, football, school, things going on, you don't have a lot of time to figure out what to cook for dinner, you can take a freezer meal out and pop it in the crock pot and have it ready for when you come home for dinner. So, there you go. Hope you enjoy. See you later.